Good evening. It's Wednesday, June 16, 2021 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim and this is SunStar Tonight. Effective today, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board has stopped its free ride program. CHARRY reports.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board Central Visayas or LTFRB has halted its free ride service contracting program effective today. LTFRB Regional Director Eduardo Muntialto Jr. said this is to allow transition period for the payout, which will now be undertaken directly by the regional office from the previous centralized payout. Under the Bayanihan to Recover as One Act 2, the free ride program is only until June 30. Muntialto said they will use the remaining days to prepare for the payouts. He added there are also some operators and drivers who will be getting their payout directly from the central office as their contracts have already been forwarded to the central office. Two schemes of the free ride program were implemented in the region. Under the first scheme, which started last November 2020, only the healthcare workers can avail of the program. Non-healthcare workers required to pay for the fare. Under this scheme, only the drivers are given 11 peso incentive per kilometer covered, while the payment of the non-healthcare worker passengers goes to the operator. While under the second scheme, which was implemented on April this year, the government will provide an incentive of 45 pesos for every kilometer covered by a participating modern PUJ, while 82 pesos and 50 centavos per kilometer covered to public utility buses, of which 30% goes to the driver and 70% goes to the operator. The government will also give a one-time onboarding payment of 20,000 pesos for those that operated under the program from May 1 to June 15 and a weekly incentive of 7,000 pesos if these units have operated for at least 5 days per week. Muntialto said about 90 public utility buses and tourist buses, 200 modern PUJs, and 80 tourist vans have been deployed under the program in Cebu, Bohol, and Dumaguete City in Negros Oriental. He also said there is a possibility that the program will be extended if this will still be funded by another law. CHARRY CORONEL, SunStar Tonight.
Only 6% of the eligible population in Metro Cebu has been vaccinated against COVID-19. This is according to the Department of Health in Central Visayas. Johanna Bahinting reports.
The Department of Health Central Visayas has reported that of the 1,706,117 individuals eligible for vaccination in Metro Cebu, only 114,480 have received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Of the number, only 37,675 of them have received the complete 2 doses of the vaccine. This means that some 1,500,000 eligible individuals are still waiting for their vaccination. Metro Cebu comprises of the local government units of Cebu City, Mandaue City, Lapu-Lapu City, Talisay City, Consolacion, Minglanilla, and Naga. DOH Regional Spokesperson Dr. Mary Jean Lorecha said that of the total eligible population, only 388,066 have been master listed. She then called on the LGUs to have their master list of vaccinees ready and ensure that they will show up on their schedule. She said of the 31 required vaccination venues in Metro Cebu, only 14 have been established so far. She stated among the main challenges encountered by the region in its vaccination program is the vaccine availability. Since the region started the vaccination program last March 4, it has already received a total of 724,310 doses of mixed COVID-19 vaccines. Meanwhile, the Project Balik Buhay Vaccination Initiative, a private-public partnership, has already given the first dose of vaccine to a total of 19,302 individuals. Johanna Bahinting, SunStar Tonight.
The Cebu City government will resume tomorrow the vaccination against COVID-19 in its 3 sites 3 days after this was halted due to the lack of vaccine supply. CHARRY CORONEL reports.
The Cebu City government will resume the inoculation of first dose of COVID-19 vaccine tomorrow. The city halted the vaccination for 3 days after it ran out of vaccines. City Health Department Officer in charge, Dr. Jeffrey Ibone, said that they will conduct the vaccination in 3 sites: in University of Cebu Banilad Campus, UC Senior High School Campus, and Robinson's Galleria. Earlier, city officials announced that there would be an allocation of over 21,000 Pfizer vaccine for the city. Bones also said that the city cannot start inoculating individuals under Priority Group A4 or the essential and economic workers since its vaccine supply came from the COVAX facility. There are now more than 206,000 individuals who have registered in the city's vaccination program. Of the number, around 38,000 belonged to A4 category. Since March, the Cebu City government alone has inoculated around 54,000 individuals for first dose. 23,000 have completed the 2 doses of the vaccine. The data provided by Ibones does not include those inoculated under the Project Balikbuhay program and those medical workers inoculated in the hospitals. CHARRY CORONEL, SunStar Tonight.
Qualified senior citizens in Cebu City will receive their financial assistance by June 26. Romaine Rivera reports.
The Cebu City government will start its house-to-house distribution of the financial assistance for the qualified senior citizens. Jeffrey Ocampo, the executive director of the Office of the Senior Citizens Affairs, said Lolos and Lolas will receive 3,000 pesos to cover the months of April, May, and June. He urged senior citizens to put markings on their houses so that disbursing officers will identify their houses. He also reminded them to prepare their OSCA IDs as well as a pen. Health protocols will have to be observed during the distribution. For those who are not in the city during the distribution, Ocampo said the liaison officers will contact them for their schedule. For those who already have cash cards, their financial assistance will be deposited to their respective accounts. The city government was able to distribute cash cards to only around 13,000 senior citizens for the first batch. Ocampo said there are 10,000 more cash cards expected to be distributed once the second batch will be released. Currently, there are 87,538 senior citizens who are qualified for the financial assistance program. Meanwhile, Cebu City's Vaccine Advisory Board may take advantage with the distribution. They may send personnel who will go along during the distribution to encourage senior citizens to avail of the city's vaccination program. Based on the data from the City Health Department, only around 25,000 senior citizens in the city have been vaccinated. Romaine Rivera, SunStar Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Sherry Ann Lim. Thanks for watching SunStar Tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good night.